The celebration of Easter in the Church is complex. The story of Jesus' death on the cross, followed by the ones about his miraculous resurrection, stir deep and complex feelings in even the most fervent believers. And talking about death with children can be difficult for us. Jerome Berryman offers us a way to help the whole family integrate the stark reality of Holy Week and the wonder of Easter Sunday to experience the deep joy that is ours on Easter morning. The lesson is really a series of lessons to be told over the entire season of Lent. A good time to present it might be at the dinner table each Sunday in Lent, and then on Easter Day. But really any time during the season works well. Let's now take a look at the specific actions and words that make up the telling of the first Sunday in Lent.
Today is the first Sunday in Lent. This is the time when we prepare for the mystery of Easter. Let's see what's here. Oh, look. This is the time of the color purple. Purple is the color of kings and queens. It's also the color of preparing, of getting ready. We're getting ready to the mystery of Easter. On the first Sunday of Lent, we remember that the baby was born. Now, I wonder, was anyone in this family ever born?
Yes.
All of us. Of course we were. I wonder what that wonderful day was like when you guys were born. I remember when you were born, Lucas. Everyone was so happy. And I remember especially the first day you came to St. John's. Everyone was so happy. Our family is part of the story. Thanks be to God. Amen.
The second week, you will unroll the underlay and remind the children of what happened the week before, and then add the second face or story.
Today is the second Sunday in Lent. This is when we're preparing for the mystery of Easter. And this is the time of the color purple. Purple is the color of kings and queens. It's also kind of a sad and serious color. On the first Sunday in Lent, we remembered that the baby was born. On the second Sunday in Lent, we remember how the baby grew to be a boy. And when Jesus was 12 years old, he went to the temple with his family for one of the great high holy days. And when the celebration was over, Mary and Joseph couldn't find him. And they looked everywhere. And finally, they found him, and he was in the temple talking with the temple priests. I wonder if anyone in this family was ever lost. Have you ever been lost?
No.
No.
I have.
Were you lost? What was that like?
A little afraid.
Afraid? Where were you? You were lost.
At the mall.
At the mall. Oh,
Like I was in this store. My mom was somewhere else.
that would be scary.
Like she was somewhere
Mm-hmm.
over there, and then I was in like near the clothes section, and she was like at the register.
I wonder how you got found.
I ran, and I went over to my mom
Oh, good. Oh, good. And you were safe.
because I knew where she was.
Okay. Our family is part of this story. Thanks be to God. Amen.
Each week, you will add a story and spend time wondering about the new story. The wondering questions are designed to stimulate thinking. Let them do their work. Wait with patience for the wondering out loud to begin. If it does not, that's okay. This is a lot for people to process. In our godly playrooms, the storyteller does not generally wonder out loud. But in this family setting, it is appropriate for the leader to share as well. Let's watch now as the storyteller models how to tell the entire story on Easter Sunday.
So, guess what? The time for getting ready is past. And Easter is here. And the time for the color purple is over. And soon the great white light of Easter will come. On the first Sunday in Lent, we remembered how the baby was born. And on the second Sunday, we remembered how the baby grew into a boy and how he got lost in the temple but was found. And on the third Sunday in Lent, we remembered how Jesus was baptized. And the dove came. On the fourth Sunday in Lent, we remembered how Jesus went into the desert to find out who he really was and what his work was going to be. On the fifth Sunday in Lent, we remembered how Jesus did his work of healing people and telling parables. On the 6th week of Lent, we remembered how Jesus knew he had to become a parable and how he shared the bread and the wine. Jesus died on the cross for us, and that was very sad. But it was wonderful in an Easter kind of way, because now he can be with us at all times and all places, especially in the bread and in the wine. And whenever we see this, we know that this is here. And when we see this, we know that this is also here. And no matter how hard we try, we cannot take those two things apart. And that is the mystery of Easter. I wonder if you have ever entered inside the mystery of Easter. And what you found there.
Me.
You,
Yes, me.
yourself. You were there. When Easter comes, we're so happy and we're so thankful. We can ring bells to show how happy we are. Which bell would you like? Hallelujah. Happy Easter. The Lord is risen. The Lord is risen indeed. That was lovely. It's time to put our story away. Here is the mystery of Easter. And here is when Jesus gave us the bread and the wine. Here is when Jesus healed people and told parables, doing his work. And here is when he found out what his work was really going to be. And here is when Jesus was baptized. And when, as a boy, he was lost in the temple and found again. And here is when the baby was born. And there's the purple with the white inside. Our family is part of this story. Thanks be to God. Amen.
This story is a special way to gather as a family and keep the season of Lent at home, as well as prepare for the celebration of Easter.